of the high frequency. EmpressTee, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry to say I will not be broadcasting the whole segment live just because I'm a little nervous. I'm not, this is all new to me.
New to
But
you.
I just wanted you all to see that I am real.
You're real.
I'm not Photoshop. It's me. This is me.
Uh,
Ta-da!
you look great. You look great, and we want to thank you for coming on because, I was pulling your legs when I mentioned earlier that you'd be coming on, but everybody all of a sudden just start to flock to the room. Because many persons are over there in the Ustream chat room, and then the room just filled up. So we glad we see you there. You're looking lovely.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man. So yeah, you can drop off whenever you want. But I'm glad you're able to. We're recording it. They'll see it for the first minute of the show. So thank you so much. So what are you going to be covering? What are you going to be covering today?
Today we're going to talk about exercising from your desk and why it's important to stay mobile. So I'm going to click off and I'm going to get on the phone so that you can hear me and I can go into my thing the way that I do
Oh,
it.
but wait a
Okay?
minute. Wait a minute. You don't have to. Because if you click off, we're going to lose you. When you say go on your phone, what are you going to do? Call from the phone?
Like I normally do.
But you can just click. You can stay here now and turn off the video part of it. You can do that because your voice sounds okay here. In other,
Oh, but then I can't see. I won't be able to follow along with the videos.
gotcha. All right, so we'll let you call back in. So what we'll do, we'll just ad lib until you call in, and we'll bring it back on. So folks, you see it right here, the one and only Empress T, and we're recording this, so she'll be back on momentarily, giving us a call. Yes, and she's gonna be covering working out. She sent me a number of videos, a number of clips that she's gonna go through. One of the things is she needs to see the videos as she speaks to be able to track what we're going to be talking about. So yes, folks, it's about working out back stretches at your desk. 5 seconds and 3 seconds. You need time to really get up and move around to get your nervous systems in place, your structural system, your digestive system, your intestinal system, also your immune system, your general nutrition, skin and hair system, glandular system, your respiratory system, circulatory system, and urinary tract system all needs to be functioning properly. And to do so, you need to basically be moving around, exercising. If you're at work, and it's true, because normally when you're at work, you figure you can't really move around. And we have Tara, Empress T back on. Empress, morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Well, first, let me say
Sorry,
thank you.
sorry for my little drive-by video.
No, you look fine, and it's captured on the video on the recording. So I'm sure later on when they're reviewing it, they'll be able to see and pause it and say, "Wow, I delayed them here for 6 months doing these shows on the big Ruler Brown thing." Yes, sir. So yes, I was just giving them a little overview with some of the photographs that you have. By the way, why did you select this topic this week?
Well, I selected it for a number of reasons. In the summertime, for obvious reasons, that's when people start to get more in tune with their bodies because we see our bodies more. When it's wintertime, we're covered up, we're layered up, we're in the blankets, we're layered up basically, and so there's more tendency for us to say, oh, we'll do it later. I'll look at my body later, or I have more time. Summer's not here yet. I can work on it. But the truth is that you need to work on it every day. Our bodies need to be moving every single day. We have body systems. I heard that you mentioned some of the body systems. As I've mentioned to you all many, many times, our body systems are functioning whether or not you wake up or not. The only time that they're not functioning is if you're dead. But as long as you're alive, your body is going through a series of functions and a series of developmental stages the whole time that we're alive. And the only thing that really interrupts or alters these systems from operating at their peak is if we're not eating properly, if we're not exercising properly, and yes, if we're not thinking properly, which we covered last week. So, with our lifestyles over here in the West, here I go again, but with our lifestyles, most people are sitting in front of a desk from 9 to 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Before they get to that desk, they're either seated in a train, a bus, or a car. And then when they get out of work, they're back seated again in the train, the bus, or a car. Then they go home and they immediately, some people just go right to bed. So that the range of mobility of your body is very limited. You're keeping your body in, certain positions all day long, and it interrupts the actual flow of your body systems. Your blood needs to flow up and down through all the veins, your fluids, all the body fluids, the saliva, all those different things need to flow up and down. And if you're sitting down, you're causing interruptions. And something so simple like keeping your knee bent all day can create an inflammatory situation. And then what people normally do is, instead of, exercising that knee to get the systems back flowing so that the fluid can get out of there, is they go to the doctor. And what does the doctor say? The doctor says, hey, let's see what we have here. Let's see how many medicines I can give you for this. Instead of saying, are you moving around? Is it possible that, the inflammation is due to you not moving your legs?
Yes.
So we tend to, like I said, we go to the doctor for things that we can take care of ourselves, and then we start getting treated for all these other things when it's something so simple as just stretch your legs. When you're sitting at your desk, stretch your leg forward. Just lift it up. If you don't want anyone to know you're exercising, I don't know what the big secret would be, but stretch your leg out. Hold it up for 10 or 15 seconds and put it down. And do the next leg. Hold it out 10 or 15 seconds. Something simple as that. But it's really important that we be mindful of how much our bodies move around during the day. And so, again, I chose this topic today because July 4th is coming up. Lots of people like to delude themselves and go outside and, putting on, or should I say, taking off lots of clothes. And your body is not fit for that. You think you can go out there and get on the court with your little nephews, and you're not fit for that. You're going to pass out or get hurt or pull a leg or, and why not just be fit and be ready so that anytime you want to do any activity, you'll be ready to do it. And also for longevity. When you see me, I'm 50 years old.
Let me ask you, many persons are listening now in their office. What's the typical length of time one should do these exercises? For example, they're sitting in a chair. What should they do?
Well, here's the thing. The first thing that you want to do is start out slowly, because for a lot of people, they haven't been moving around. So we don't want to just jolt your system. You want to start out slowly at first so that it's not so strenuous. You don't want to hurt yourself. So that if I tell you, hold your leg out for 15 seconds, but at 3 seconds you're ready to drop your foot, then, drop your foot, obviously. But you have to build up to it. It's more a build up and then a maintain than anything. So we're not trying to win medals here. We're not doing any bodybuilding. We don't want to, it's nothing like that. This is just to keep your body system functioning the proper way.
No,
okay.
No, you have those persons who are, at their job, and there's restrictions in terms of getting up and moving and so forth. So some people aren't going to be able to do, as you're saying. Well, then what do they do though?
Well, here's the thing. All of these recommendations that I made, the only thing that will prevent someone from doing them is themselves. Because like I said, when you wake up in the morning before you get to work, you have a window of time where you're mobile. So you can walk to work. There's little things that you can do. I kind of want to go in order.
All right, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's all right. I just want to first talk about, the different types of exercises. Because, some people say, well, when they hear the word exercise, first of all, which comes from the Latin word exercere, which means to keep busy. When they hear exercise, their mind immediately goes to the image of a gym. You hear exercise, you think of people running around a track.
Right.
You know, that it doesn't mean that there are different forms of exercises, so that you have endurance exercises, and those are the exercises that boost your heart rate and, you know, help with your breathing. They're good for your lungs and your circulatory system. Those are the types of exercises that help to prevent, you know, or even delay some diseases. Those are the exercises that are like walking, something as simple as walking. I know that you mentioned, Rula, that you walk. I believe you said you walk 3 to 5 miles a day. Am I correct?
I did. One day I did what did I did? No, I did 4.5 miles. 4.5 miles.
Yeah.
I do 3 miles, 4.5 miles, 1 point odd miles, and so forth. I vary it depending on my schedule. But I tell you, I've not done it the last couple of days, and I can tell the difference. I need to go out there after this and go work out, as you say. Very important.
Right, and so then again, you understand that the exercising can mean different things. You don't have to think, you know, oh, I don't have money for a gym membership, I'm never going to exercise. Something simple as walking, running, biking, swimming, even dancing. You know, the music that you play is very energizing. So, you know, you find yourself at your desk tapping your feet. So, you know, do some more. Stretch out your leg, put it back. You know, do like a kick under your desk. No one is going to see you do that. You're listening to Rule of Ground, you can dance under your desk. You know what I'm saying? Do the cha-cha.
Yeah, I'll do the cheer dance like Clifton Edwards. He does the 3 hour show, and for the entire show, he rocks and jiggles. I said to myself, he must lose at least 1 pound each of his show.
And maybe he's not losing so much as just maintaining his weight, because you know, a lot of it is not to lose weight. Sometimes it's to keep the body going.
Right.
You know, keep the body going. So again, that's endurance. Then you have strength training, and that's more with weights. That's the type of weight training and body weight, so that either you're lifting weights or you're lifting your body, meaning doing push-ups or pull-ups, things like that. And, you know, as we get older, strength training is more important for the elderly, because what happens is we tend to slow down and then we stop. And what happens is your muscles start to lose their tone, and they atrophy. What that means is that they basically die. They turn to nothing. You see people, they stretch their arm out and they wiggle and jiggle it. And, you know, we're laughing and everything, but that's the muscle hanging there with the fat. There's no muscle tone in there. And what happens, like I said, as we get older, we lose that muscle tone. It causes us to lose our strength, you know, things like that. It causes us you're not able to lift up things. You get more dependent on people. It throws off your balance, things like that as well, because you can't stand up as long. So, you know, it's important to do a little bit of weight training. It doesn't have to be heavy weight. Simple weight training could be with a bottle of water. You can get a liter bottle of water at your desk, and you can do pull-ups, curls with that one bottle. Somebody walk past, act like you're getting ready to drink it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want anyone to know. But why you wouldn't want someone to know that you're exercising would be beyond me. That's something that should be shared. You know, if you're in a position to say, hey, guys, at lunchtime I'm going to be doing some exercise and some stretching out in the conference room or in the lunchroom, anyone want to join me, you know, make it a routine, make it an office event. And what you're going to find is the first day, 1 or 2 people will be there. But I guarantee you, if you do this on a Monday, by Friday, everyone will be in there.
Let me ask you something. A couple of quick questions. Something just come to mind. Going back to one of the earlier points you were trying to make. Because I remember going to the doctor from time to time and I'm asking, do I work out? And I said no, because then I was really working out. So what you're saying, what's a fine line? What's a fine line if one is just doing some of the casual things you talk about and they were going to the doctor and they ask them if they're working out? Because those inputs are important for the doctor in terms of making certain assessment. I'm just trying to understand, what's the fine line? What's the fine point if, you know, if somebody say they're working? For example, if somebody's having 6 3 times a week, vigorous 6, you know, a lot of 6, couldn't that be, and they're doing it for like an hour, could that be considered exercise?
Sure. The recommendation is to engage in at least 30-minute sessions 5 days a week, or 20-minute sessions, 3 times a week of rigorous exercise. And so depending on how your lovemaking is, you could fit it into either one of those categories. You know what I'm saying? Some people go all out. And if you're going all out, then yeah, that could be considered exercises. And what it is, you have to understand, it's just what is going to get your heart pumping, your lungs breathing, expanding and contracting the right way, and your skin sweating, because your body is involved. When you exercise, your whole entire body is involved. If you're not sweating, your pores are clogged. So you want to sweat, because what that does is it like blows out your pores. It's like a clean out of your pores. That's why your skin looks better after you've run, because you've had to detox out of the pores.
Very true, very true.
That's
so
true.
True.
The reason why I say to the doctor, a lot of people, we wake up in the morning as you get older in age, and you feel that stiffness, and instead of stretching through, you keep it stiff. And we nurse the stiff and the aches more than we, stretch through it. And what you have to try and do, and I think I've mentioned this before, is when you wake up, stretch. Stretch like you're going to reach the ceiling. Then stretch like you're going to reach each wall. Something as simple as that. And, like nowadays, doctors are asking if people are exercising because they're seeing the trend. The trend is we don't want doctors. We don't want medicine. We want to be healthy. People are getting hip now to the food is killing us from the inside. And then we sit at these desks all day, and we're allowing these, toxic foods to sit in our intestines, because when you're sitting at a desk, you're bent. Now, if you can make sure that you're sitting at 90-degree angles, you will help relieve a lot of the pressure and pain that you feel in your back, in your hips, and all of your joints, really. If you can just do that one thing. And what a 90-degree angle, for those who don't know, is a perfect corner. Not slumped, not out a little bit, not slanted, but a perfect corner where 2 edges meet. That's where you want to sit. You want your ankle at a 90 degree, your knees at a 90 degree, your hip at a 90 degree. You understand what I'm saying? So that your body is not putting any undue pressure on other parts.
Right.
And then you want to take frequent breaks, too. If you can't get out of your little cubicle, you can stand up. You can certainly put file cabinets up top. How do they know if you're stretching or if you're putting a file away? So if you have an issue where, and I can't see where it'd be an issue to exercise while you're working, do all your filing all at one time, and put 5 files away with the right hand. Then switch it to the left hand, and what you're doing is you're stretching. It's a sneak way. So, and that's another form of exercising. Stretching, test your full range of motion. That has to do with your joints. Yoga, Tai Chi, Pilates. Those are all things that keep you limber and flexible. Those are the things that are going to make sure that your fluids are flowing properly through your joints. I know in New York, down in Chinatown, if you're down there around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, any park or any open area, you're going to see anywhere from 10, 15, maybe 30 people ranging in age out there doing Tai Chi.
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi is like a yoga dance. It's a dance. It's like a martial art dance that the Asian people use, and it stretches every single point in the body. It goes forward, it goes backwards. It's like a yoga dance, and they do it in the morning before they do anything, and it's like a dance. So it's specific steps, and if you go out there, you see it. It's the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen in a community, and it's free, and anyone who wants to join in, you can go in every morning and follow along, and you will learn this Tai Chi. And anyone who knows anything, the Asian people live a very long time. They have mastered all of these disciplines and all of these topics that we talk about here, and they apply them to their lives, and that's why they're living longer. And the only thing we can do is learn from them. Find the time to exercise. It's very important. It's very important.
Okay. Talk a little about when one is sleeping. Say someone gets an average of 6 to 9 hours sleep a night. What obviously you can't do that vigorous exercising, moving. Talk about what happened then. Is that the reason why you need to compensate when you're awake to make sure all the organs are doing their thing?
Right, because when you're sleeping, your body systems are still functioning, but they're doing other processes. I keep saying I'm going to put up the body function clock so that you can see. At different hours of the day, and this is no matter where you are, your body cycles. It goes through certain cycling. So that when you're lying down, it's doing different functions. So that when you get up, it's doing a different set of functions. But it's constantly in movement. It's constantly in movement. So when it's resting, you want it to rest. But when you're up, you want to make sure that you're using it to the fullest that it can be used. Mm-hmm. You don't want to nurture any back aches or any back pains. What you want to do is stretch them out, work them out, get the body fluids moving. Lots of times, people develop arthritis. They say, oh, I got arthritis. But somewhere along the line, they stopped moving. They stopped. They got a little ache or pain, and they said, oh, this hurts too much. And then that, along with the diet, they cause, like I said, an inflammatory situation, and it becomes something else.
I get you.
And, you mentioned things like making love. That's one of the greatest ways. When you exercise, you lower your cholesterol, you manage your weight, you control your blood pressure and things like that. So making love is a great way. If you can't exercise at your desk, go home and, try to make love if you're in a situation. But some people are not, so you have to make use of what you have. But the point is to keep active and to understand that it's very important. Sitting at your desk all day long puts you at a higher risk of obesity because the tendency is to go get lunch, an unhealthy one, right? Because you got to get the quickest thing that allows you to get back to your desk in time, and then you swallow it and you get back to your desk. Right?
Yeah, I hear you.
So what I recommend is that you pack a lunch, pack some fruits, pack some vegetables, and then instead of going to lunch and waiting, the 20, 30 minutes to get your 5-minute meal, walk around the block. There's a form of exercise. If you can't exercise at your desk, walk around the block. Or when you drive to work, if you have to park in the company parking lot, park in the furthest spot that you can so that you could at least walk to the door. Give your body a chance. It doesn't take that much. And the thing about it is that the more you do it, the more you want to do it. So the first time you walk, you're going to feel good. You're going to breathe a little better. And your mind is going to play tricks and say, no, it wasn't the walk. They changed, so-and-so changed the filter. But it was that walk.
Yeah.
You know it was that walk. Just like you said, you feel the difference. So if you work on the 3rd floor, walk up the stairs. Don't take the elevator. Walk up the stairs. Walk down the stairs. Use every opportunity that you can to use your body. And then make sure you're sipping on water all day, because that's part of it as well. You don't want your body systems to be functioning and they're not lubricated, or they're not, fueled properly. It's just like a car. Your car cannot run without the proper fluids. It doesn't just need gasoline. It needs oils, and, it has different fluids. You got your brake fluids, you got your steering fluids. So it's just like that with your body.
So drinking the water, and the water, alkaline water, is the best thing to drink.
Yes, they say that, but I don't want to get into things like that, because then there's always that group of people that says, oh, well, if it's not alkaline, I'm not going to drink it. So that I want people to understand that water is good. You know what I'm saying? Water. If it's not alkaline, that's fine. There's other things that you can do to maintain the pH balance in your body. If you can't drink alkaline water, that's fine. Grab yourself a tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar. There you got. You know what I'm saying? Or get a squeeze of lemon, put it in the water, so that there are ways that you can, have that water become alkaline.
A couple of observations from the chat room. SW say, I will make it a group effort with my little ones in exercising. Liebach says, I stand and stretch a lot, even go outside if needed. And Oxtail says, I want to see Empress on camera again. And I will, and I will exercise for 30 minutes.
Maybe I'll do an exercise video for you guys.
Yeah.
But
And Lady Song says, quality programming on RBM. And somebody's laughing at Oxtail. Everybody thought
yeah,
Oxtail was funny. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
yes. It's just like I said, it's just to keep ourselves mindful that it's not just our minds and it's not just what we put in. It's like a joint effort. Your whole body has to be involved to be wholly well. You have to involve everything. It's not just what you eat, because you have some people that say, well, I eat salad all day. And what kind of salad are they eating? And what do you do as you're eating the salad? If you're sitting at your desk all day eating salad, that's not going to help you. I'm sorry. It'll be a little better, but it doesn't help you, so that you have to do more than just eat the salad. You got to eat the salad and then make sure that the nutrients from the salad are able to flow through your body.
Wow.
Otherwise, you're just dumping it in and then you're just going to, plop it out. It's not going to have a chance to really do what it's meant to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, okay. Earlier when you switched off to call back in, I outlined in one of the paper that you sent. They talk about the nervous system, structural, digestive system, intestinal, immune, general nutrition, skin, hair, glandular, respiratory, circulatory, and urinary system. Basically, is that what it all comes down to? By having the kind of exercises that you're talking about, it's affecting the various system within your body?
Yes, all of them. I mean, like walking is an example that is not only good for your circulatory system, your respiratory system, your bone, your skeletal system. You'd be surprised that walking builds bone strength. And as we get older, that's something that we lose. A lot of people bones break and get fragile. So, in addition to vitamin D and calcium, they need to walk.
That is so true. Want to say good morning? Want to say good morning to Mr. Yeah in the chat room.
Hey, Patrick.
Patrick,
it helps to with your metabolism as well. And that's why it's good for losing weight. Some people want to lose weight and they say, oh, I eat all the right things, but it's not just eat. Like I said, you have to activate the body system so that you have to be moving. You have to keep moving. And another thing as we get older is that the least amount of activity that you're doing with your body will cause the most dependency as you get older. Like I said, those people that wake up with that crick in their back and don't straighten up. Take your time, straighten up a little bit, take a step, straighten up more, go in the shower, straighten up. Work hard to, intensely, purposefully take control of your body and how it's moving and how it's feeling. Don't allow dams of pain. That's what I see it as, like a dam. I don't know if you have the pictures of the body systems where you could see, like I always say, it's like a highway system in your body. So that if you're bent over in a position all day, that highway is not able to flow fluidly.
I'm not sure which one of them. I'm scanning through. See if I.
Well, any of them. You can show any of them. So some simple things that you can do that will help you so much. And I think we covered these before. Is try to touch one ear to your shoulder, and that gives you a stretching. That's also a little bit with the balance in your bones. Just to one ear. And then straighten up, go to the other ear, and then straighten up. You can stretch your arms out to the side and try to clasp them behind your back, meaning, hold your two hands together behind your back. That's a great stretching exercise. It helps for your back. Because a lot of people get back and neck pain, and then from there it just snowballs into everything else.
Let me ask you, you mentioned earlier though, it's 11 o'clock folks. Let's just take a little station ID here. You're listening to EmpressTee, and if it's a Friday at 10:30, no matter where you are in the globe,
Grounds Network.
No matter where you are in the globe, if it's 10:30, you know it's EmpressTee with high frequency. Empress, you talk about walking. The, the thing I'm trying to understand, well, again, like you made the point earlier, when people talk about exercise, you think you have to be at the gym and so forth and lifting weights and all this stuff. Walking versus running. Say I have 30 minutes that I'm going to engage. And the options are walking on a treadmill or running on a treadmill. What's the difference? I mean, if I'm lazy, I'm going to tend to want to walk.
Well, the difference is really slight. It's all about which one is more rigorous and which one isn't. And it all depends on how you go at it. I think people do a slow jog. The difference is that they activate different body systems. That's really it. But like I said, there's really no difference because it activates the whole body. It's all good. Either one is good. So that it's almost a matter of preference. Some people like to run and can do it and have the muscle tone to do it, and the joints are fine and everything. But some people are not there yet, so they might have to start walking till they can run. It's all a matter of how much energy you want to exert and what types of energy you want to employ. Like I said, there's endurance exercises, there's strength building, balance, stretching. So it all depends on what you're going for. If you want to build your strength, then you might want to do a little more running and, a little more cardio. And then they have those things, cardio, meaning what it's going to be for your heart health more, what gets your heart pumped up more, or what gets your muscles going more. So it really all depends on what it is that you're trying to accomplish. But again, the point is to just do something. Doing something is better than doing nothing at all.
All right, folks, you heard it right here. Doing something is better than doing nothing at all. So if you have work there, get up, walk around, a couple of walks around the blocking within your building there and come and sit back down. Do a look at stretches.
At your office, you have a coworker that's on the other end of the office or at the other end of the floor. Instead of sending an email, get up and walk over.
Indeed.
So there you get a little walking in, and not only that, you create a social situation again. We are so cut off. So there, not only is it better for your body, but it's also better for office dynamics. So you walk over, and the person will say, hey, why didn't you just send an email? And you can say, because I've started exercising while I'm at work. And guess what? At lunchtime, I'm going to be doing a couple more things if you'd like to join me. Now you got someone else to do it. And the more people that you bring in, the more energizing it'll be, and the more you'll want to do it. It becomes fun. I see Librock, he's always at his job. He's always in a meeting. I don't know if he's in a position to, but before a meeting, if there's ever a meeting that you're chairing, you could say, hey, before we get this meeting started, I wanted to do something with everyone. Have them all stand up, have them reach up, have them reach out, touch the person next to them. You know what I'm saying? Make it fun. Make them jiggle their shoulders a little bit, do a little shimmy and do something from head to toe, and then let them sit down and go on with the meeting. And I bet you that meeting will be the most memorable because you engaged their whole body. You activated everybody's system before you got to your topic. And now they're alert, their body is open and willing and ready to receive anything that you say to them. So, there's a way that you can do it. SWA says with the children, with the babies, yes. Those are the ones that get you energized because they can bend in positions that I didn't even know existed. You know what I'm saying? and they encourage me sometimes to go further because they're like, not like that, Miss Tara, more, so that because their bodies are already flexible. And that's when you want to really start them doing it so that it becomes a way of life for them. That's their lifestyle. They won't see it as exercising. It's just what they do naturally. And that's really how it is in other countries. That's what I was saying, like with Tai Chi and all that stuff. They employ martial arts almost every time with their body. but their martial arts employ some of the principles of yoga, which is to use all the ranges of motion, which is to, make sure all your joints get moved and the muscles are stretched and retracted so that, your body is well and able to move. You hardly see any Asian people slumped over and things like that. They walk proudly. They look pretty good, actually.
Yeah. All right. It's 11:06. Let me just say hi to the persons that are listening on the telephone. 213-401-0061. I just saw the report came in from Audio now, and you'll be amazed the amount of people. I just see a report here that over 300 calls this last month of people calling in. Over 12,000 minutes. People tune in, 35 minutes average. These people are calling in, and the highest percentage of people are tuning in. 42.21% of the people are from New York. Maryland, 41.56%. Florida, 6.49%. Georgia, 4.55%. Ontario, 1.95%. And in Boston, 1.2%. So, and they have others, only 0.5%. The thing is, people are tuning in, not only on TuneIn Radio. This is really the audio now, where you take the number and you dial and you listen on your phone. So EmpressTee, a lot of people are listening to you now on all these various methods, and I'm sure they're not in the chat room, so they're learning something. I just want to point that out. I just saw it came out about 20 minutes ago. They sent the report. I'll go ahead.
Wow. Yeah. So the main thing is to exercise. When you get to your family events this weekend, don't just sit and eat. Get up, be active, help Aunt so-and-so serve the food around. Go play with the kids for a moment or two. Don't kill yourself, but, do something. Be active. Don't just be the pretty aunt. Don't just be the old aunt. Don't just be the funny uncle. Don't be the drunk uncle. Get up and be active. Be the fun uncle. Play hide and seek. Take them back. Play some of the games that we did. We were very, very active in our youth. And when the lifestyle changed and people went into office, we stopped. And there's where all the diseases and all the sicknesses began. And people are not making the connection. And so there's where higher frequency, I'm trying to remind us and bring us back to the connection. We have to join mind, body, and soul together. It has to be those components together, or we won't have complete and whole wellness at all.
Yeah. All right. Let me welcome was Rody Strut in the chat room, and just a number of people inbox me the group. Me say yeah. Somebody wrote something in yellow there. I can't make out their name. Yellow and white just doesn't work at all, and at my age, I can't see them thing there.
That's Roddy Strut.
Oh, that's Roddy
Strut. She has good eyes. You gotta do exercises for your eyes. That's another thing. A lot of people are. I meant to talk about as well. A lot of people are in front of a screen all day. You want to make sure that the top 1/3 of the screen is above your eye level. So what that means when you say 1/3, because some people say, well, how much is 1/3? If you were to take your screen and to divide it into 3 equal parts from side to side, you have divided them into thirds. So that you want 1/3, which is the top portion, to be above your eye level. Most of us don't. Most of us have our screens down too low. And what that does is that causes eye strain, neck strain, shoulder strain, and things like that. That posture, because a lot of us find ourselves slouching over to meet the eye level that we need to be. So what you've done is you've created the tension in your back and your neck and your eyes, and it's not good. So that, if you're in front of a screen all day, try to make it your business to elevate that screen. You want it to be, like I said, the top portion of the screen to be at least 1/3 above your eye level. And then there's eye exercises that you can do as well. This generation that we have here have lost their eyesight in record numbers because we focus mostly on screens and digital devices. Before, when we didn't have that, we used our eyes the way that we needed to. We looked to the side, we looked up, we looked down. How many of us look to the side? How many of us use our peripheral so Not many people.
All right.
So so that we're straining our eyes. So, like I said, when you're at that desk, take a moment, look to the side as far as you can go to the right, as far as you can go, and hold it for 5 seconds. Then slowly come back to the middle and do it again to the left side for 5 seconds, as far as you can go. And do it up, do it down, and then roll your eyes around. And those are like eye exercises. You exercise your eye muscles, and that's also very, very important.
All right, folks, if you'd like to exercise your mouth muscle, you can call us here. You can call us here at 770-744-2154. Yes, like Mr. Ya. You can exercise your mouth muscle by calling 770-744-2154. You get a question into EmpressTee. As a matter of fact, EmpressTee, somebody just is hinting to me, look, if they call in and ask a question, will you come on camera and answer it for them? But
well, here's the thing: I can't chew gum and walk at the same time,
yeah, with the technical.
So that I won't be able to talk and think. I'll try. I'm going to work on it so that maybe we can do these segments live. I'll have to get together with Rula, but you can ask me anything you want. If I can answer it, I will. If not, I'm sure Patrick will help me, or someone will get some divine help for you.
Yes, indeed. Again, if you want to call in, we only have another 10 minutes or so. Actually, 13 minutes. 770-744-2154. Working out at work. So we heard that walking is good for you, eye exercise is good for you, and sexercising is good for you. Continue, please.
Yes, and then the videos that you showed. So we showed a range, not the video, the slides. We showed a range of slides, and I'll just run through some of them quickly. Mm-hmm. You have leg lifts. I already mentioned that under your desk. This is without anyone seeing. The main thing that you want to do is make sure, if nothing else, that you're sitting at perfect right angles. You want to relieve as much of the pressure off your back as possible, and you can do that by making sure your hip and your pelvic is at a right angle. Just do that alone, and you will relieve so much back pressure. Now, if you can, lift up your right leg straight out in front of you till it's straight as you can do it. It might be a little hard at first because it might be new. But what that does is you feel the pull in your stomach muscles as well. So it helps to tone and firm your stomach. And then hold it for like 10 or 15 seconds. I'm doing it as I'm talking to you guys, and you should try and do it too. And maybe one day, like I said, I'll make a video.
and as a matter of fact, Mr. 25th Century, Clifton, just came into the chat room, and his entrance was, "Exercise is excellent, and he knows best." So, folks, after this show, if you guys get extra fit, blame it on EmpressTee. Yeah.
So we want to do the other leg. We'll do the left leg, extend it out again for about 10 to 15 seconds. Then you want to put it down. Okay, and you can do the same with your arms, right and left. And another thing you do is chair ups. Just grab onto the arm handles of your chair and lift your body up, and that helps your torso muscles as well. So that there are things you can do. People with back strain, take your right hand over your shoulder into the back and take your left hand and go under and grab your two hands and pull, and you can feel the stretch. Pull, lean forward and bend back. Pull. And do it either way, switch sides, and that will help relieve some of the back strain that you feel. Okay? And then you have, let me see it. Yeah, we did that one. What's the next one? The chair ups we did. And, like I said, you don't want to kill yourself. It's not to hurt yourself. It's just to start getting your body moving, If you're finding that it's hard to do it at your desk, ask your supervisor, can I do some exercises in the lunchroom? Can I, get a group of people? Can we do, or even do a lunchtime walk? Say, I'm going to walk around the building for lunchtime. Anybody care to join me? Mm-hmm. There's lots of ways that you can employ exercising at the job. The thing is to get the word out. Let people know that you're on a mission to feel better, that you're on a mission to feel better and you want them to feel better. And I'm telling you, when people see you coming in and you got that pep in your steps, they're going to say, what are you doing? Where'd you just come from? Hey, I just walked around the block for lunch. And you got your vitamin D, you got some exercises, even if it's raining. Take a walk. They got so many beautiful rain boots. They got rain slickers and hats and things. Walk around. SWA, I know she said about her back pressure, back pain and strain, posture issues. I bet a lot of it has to do with where you keep your monitor. If I'm correct, you will find that you slump over, like I said, to read the screen rather than lifting up the screen to a comfortable level. We have to adjust our bodies to this modern technology. Our bodies are still going to go through the stages of development, whether or not we have computers or not. And that's why I love the higher frequency, whether you're, Catholic, Protestant, Jewish, whatever it is, whether you're Republican or Democratic, whatever it is, your body is still going to go through the same stages of development, and it's still going to function. The systems are still going to function the same way.
Mm-hmm. All right, folks, you're listening to EmpressTee. 16 minutes after the hour, going to take it down another 10 minutes. If you'd like to call in and engage EmpressTee, the number is 770-744-2154. Again, she said you can exercise your eyes, exercise your mouth. And you can do that right now. 770-744-2154.
Okay, the slide that you have on now is for carpal tunnel. And what they do is you'll stand next to your desk, and you want to put your hands down on your desk with the palm side up and your fingers facing you, and just press down a little bit. That's to relieve some of the carpal tunnel pressure. A lot of people nowadays are suffering from carpal tunnel, which means you have issues with your wrist. And that's on the count of typing all day, keeping your wrist in that one position. There are some ergonomic keyboards, which just means that they're more designed for our hands and relieve some of the pressure, or you can do some exercising. Stretch them every day. 15 seconds is not that long. You shouldn't get in trouble if you stand up and, work out your wrist a little bit. That's called the carpal tunnel stretch. That's for your wrist. Let me see. Is there a next slide? Are you able to change the slides, Rula?
Yeah. Again, if you can describe, I have this one where it's against your desk, with your back against the desk. Do that 20 times. Talk about that one and what it's supposed to.
Yes, I did.
And what
I
it's
just
supposed
described that one. That's for carpal tunnel. That's for your wrist. Now this one is almost like squats. It's almost like pull-ups too, because what you want to do is you put your hands behind you on the desk, and you want to squat down and pull up. Mm-hmm. Squat down and pull up. Mm-hmm. Okay.
One of the suggestions I made, maybe going forward, like you say, you could create one of these videos at home, send it to me, and we play it. Or you can do it live on camera too.
Now, Lady Song, you said the hurting yourself in the workplace. If you've hurt yourself, then you've overdone it. All of these things are very low-key, more or less stretching exercises. It's more to activate, like I said, keep your body systems activated. It's not, you don't want to stretch to the point where you hurt yourself. You don't want to break your wrist. If you're doing the carpal tunnel, if you've pressed down to the point where it hurts or you broke your wrist and you did too much, it's very slight. It's just to get your body systems activated. If you feel any extreme pain, stop. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Build up to it. It's very gradual. Start slowly. You don't have to do all of them all at once. You can just, wind your head around. Do the ear to your shoulder exercises. Start out small. She ignored you, dying with laughter. What? Who ignored what? She's laughing. That's Libra. Don't hurt yourself. You're not to hurt yourself. It's just to help yourself. We're not trying to hurt.
Uh-huh. All right. There's one here. There's a model. A model. She is sitting on a chair, and her left foot is basically horizontal and resting on a desk or something, and with her arms stretched out parallel to her leg.
Extended out forward. Yes, that could be like a file cabinet or anything. Like I said, you don't want to hurt yourself. The main theme of all of these exercises is to stretch. Mm-hmm. To stretch. You can even create your own exercises. The main point is to stretch. Make sure that you're activating your body system, that you're not keeping your body in one position for very long periods of time. Take frequent breaks. If you can get up every 20 minutes, get up every 20 minutes. Stretch your body, bend over, touch your toes, do back bend, something. That with your shoulder. You can lift your right arm over your head and bend it over your head and pull. Stretch your under your shoulder muscle. Yeah, and lift your left arm up over your head, fold it over your head, and pull.
Do that for 10 seconds, and you're good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and you can feel the pull. You can actually feel the pull. You have a bottle of water, lift that bottle out to the side, extend your arm to the side, and do curls with that bottle of water. You'd be surprised. It's such a small bottle, but it will give you such a strengthening workout. You will feel the burn in your arm with just 1 liter bottle of water, and then alternate.
No, the thing is, once you start to do these exercises, for example, the one that we have up, how often should one look to do that? Twice a week, 3 times a week?
I would do them every day.
Oh, every day.
I mean, you breathe every day, you walk every day, you live every day, so you use your body every day. I would employ these things every day. And like for me, if I don't do certain things, I feel it immediately. The moment that you start doing it, I'm telling you, you're going to want to do it every day because you're going to feel the difference. You're going to feel that relief of pressure. If you can do this every day in between a break, not all of the exercises, but do different ones at different breaks. The first break, you might do your wrist. The next break, you might do your back. The next break, you might do your legs, so that each day, all day long, you're using your body, you're doing exercise. You've incorporated it into your day. And like I said, if you start on a Monday and you continue on to Friday, Saturday when you're home, you're going to feel off because your body has gotten used to the exercising. And also, if you can do it at a certain time of day, that's even better because, like I said, your body will get used to it and it'll want those exercises so that on Saturday and Sunday, there's where you can employ different types of exercise. And maybe now you can walk 3 miles or start to jog or even go to a gym and do a little more weight training. But you got to get it started.
Yeah, get started is the key. And generally, that's the hardest thing with anything, getting started. But once you get started and you start to enjoy it, you don't want to stop. And once you stop, it's the toughest thing is to get back started.
Yes. And that's why I say if you can try to get at least one person at work on with you, because then what you do is you keep each other up. Because you're not going to want to let that person, you're not going to want to let that person down. Now that person is running around saying, oh, so Librock started an exercise routine at lunchtime. Now you're stuck. You got to do it because people are going to be looking for it. You know what I'm saying? So once you get it going, you got to maintain. So if you can bring someone in, then that's even better. Tension. I see Roddy Strutt says tension. The neck. Librock said he elevated his monitors about 6 inches and he already feels better. Now, I bet if you can sit yourself at a right angle, your hips over your derriere at a almost completely right angle, you'll even feel more relief because you've relieved the strain of the weight off of your lower back. A lot of people put undue pressure on their lower back by not sitting properly. And if you could just push out your buttocks, I know my sister's probably dying right now. If you could push your buttocks out a little bit and lean in, just not too much, but lean into the point where you're at a right angle, then you've relieved the whole pressure in that area. Your whole lower back will feel like whoosh.
All right, folks, it's 25 minutes after. We're going to take it down another 6 minutes. We're speaking with EmpressTee. I have frequency. Now, I know for you, you've gone through a number of these sessions. You have little kids that you take care of. Would you say for you, that's where you get most of the exercise? Okay, you have to be picking them up, running them down, taking them to the park. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exercising with them is not really exercising, but they definitely keep me fit. And depending on where we go, it's a different type of workout. So we have one park out here called Mount Trashmore. I live in Virginia Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mount Trashmore was a reuse of land. It used to be a landfill for garbage, and they beautified it and made this gorgeous park. So they've got this really big hill, so you can run up the hill, then run down, and then there's this lake. So you can walk around the lake or run around the lake. And what they did in the last 2 years is they put these workstations.
Really?
So that, you can jog a little bit, and then there's a workout station right there. I think there's about, I don't know how many. There's more than 10, more than 15 workout stations all around the lake. So as you're running, you can stop and do a little workout, and then you run to the next station, do a little workout, or you could just go and do the workout. So it's really a nice park. And then on the other side is the playground for the children. Then, and they're able to run amok, and they have, a variety of toys in there. Before, the parks were set up that adults could sit in them. I don't know what happened now, but it's almost like they don't want us to enjoy the parks anymore. I say that because I used to play in the park. I'm sorry. It was my excuse to get to play. And they've made the slides so small, and they made the little entryway so tiny that even me, as small as I am, I can no longer fit. I must complain about that. But, when you take these kids to the park, be active, play. It's almost like an excuse to be silly and be a kid again without anyone judging you or saying, what is he doing? And it helps you, and you feel good. Your kids will love it because they got to play with you.
Something struck me as you just made this presentation the last minute. You talk about a landfill, the park, and it was a landfill. What's the concern for that? Because typically these landfills, there are issues there years after where people get cancer and hanging in these parks for a while. Was that vetted well? Do you know?
Well, yeah, that was one of my questions. I thought should be smelly and things like that. Uh-huh. But what they do is they, I don't know all the techniques of it. I did look into it though. But what they do is they gather it up, they treat it, and then they cover it, and then they cover it. Like there's a lot of covering that goes along with it.
Right.
And so it's in that covering, I guess, that gives it its
the protection.
Yeah, the protection. And that's why, like with garbage, I don't know, as a child, I was taught about, organic, biodegradable garbage versus garbage that's non-biodegradable. And unfortunately, we live in a country where most of our garbage is not biodegradable. And what biodegradable means is that it goes back into the earth.
Yes, natural.
Wrappers are not biodegradable. Diapers, those things, yes, they're very absorbent, but that material is going to be here for the next billion years from what I've understood. So that, we can change things by changing our garbage, changing the way we use things that are not biodegradable, plastic, glass, things like that, aluminum, recycle them so that we don't have that much garbage. But, back to the park, it's really nice, and it's in an open place. I don't think that it'll make me sick. I have so much fun there that if I was sick, I probably wouldn't even know it.
Okay. All right. We have another minute. So if you can wind it down, I know you want to end it on a high note. And it's the holidays tomorrow. What should people be looking out for? There's talk about ISIS sending out messages that they want to attack this time of the year. What's a good thing you'd want to pass on to people? What should they be doing?
Well, here's the thing about that. If they're going to attack, there really isn't much that we can do. Live your life. I hate to say it, but in a way, having all this technology is bad because of things like that. So, that's fear tactics. They want people to be fearful. They want you to stay inside. They want to ruin your holiday. They want to, we have to live. Whether or not they're going to send bombs, we don't know. But we can't sit in fear. You know what I'm saying? We can't live in fear. Those things are going to come and go. It's not going to be like that every day. And you know, another thing that I've said is that unfortunately, a lot of wrong energy has been given out by this area, and so we have a lot of energy that could possibly be coming back. You know, July 4th weekend to me is just another weekend. I tell you people all the time, any opportunity that I have to spend with my friends and family, that's what I'm going to do. If this ice is coming before they get here, we will have barbecued, laughed, cried, played, hugged each other a million times that it probably won't even matter. I mean, some things are just not in our control.
I understand that and I hear you. So, folks, go out and enjoy yourself. If not, keep it locked right here to Ruler Brown Network for some good music, good session, good rap, opinions, laughter, fun, everything right here. EmpressTee, go ahead.
What I'll do for the last few minutes, I will try, Ruler, to run back on the video.
Well, come back on
and
video.
just say goodbye to everyone if you'd like.
Yeah, well, if you like, why not? We have another 30 seconds. I'll just ad-lib it out, and if you come on so you can say hi, you know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You said I can do them both at the same time. I'm going to try.
Yeah, well, no, you can actually you can come on and do your thing, but you'll have to call in separately. We won't be able to hear your voice. You have to drop one and bring on the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll have to work on that for the next time. But what I'll do right now is I'm going to jump on and just say goodbye to everyone and wish everyone a happy weekend.
Or you can
I believe I'm calling you now.
or you can sing happy birthday for somebody out there. You can sing happy birthday. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Hi.
There you go. So we lost you momentarily there, though. You turned off your video. All right, folks, we're gonna wind it down. She got shy, and her video is turned off. She wanted to come on and say hi. EmpressTee, high frequency. Okay, she's actually not doing a video call. She's doing a regular call, so that's what is happening there. All right, folks. I think we've lost her, and she's probably gone by now. All right, folks. Well, you heard it here, right here. This EmpressTee high frequency. I want to thank her for coming on and doing another spectacular job in terms of talking to us, in terms of some of these issues and matters right here. All right, I think we've lost her. We're going to move on.